campaign. So when you open this up, there's going to be a PDF document for you to download. So we're going to kind of go over that PDF document. So this is what I want you guys to do. And actually, I want you to do it while we're actually on this call right now. So let's take action. So I want you to go to your Facebook wall, and I want you to post, what would you change about your current home? That's all I want you to post. Go to your Facebook wall. What would you change about your current home? Put a little color thing in the background so it looks nice. And then put in the chat when you're done. So once you've done that, go ahead and put in the chat and say, hey, I've completed that task, and then we can move on. This is going to be a hands-on type operation because I want you guys to get the results. What this is called debate. Now, what I want you to do is not now, but I want you to post this on your Facebook business page. And I also want you to post this in several buy-sell trade groups. Just this comment right here. Post it to about 40 buy-sell trade groups.
Okay.
Now, this is what's going to happen. When they respond, here's where the magic happens. Okay. When they respond, what you're going to do is you're going to send them a friend request. Now, if you just heard that and you're thinking, I don't want a friend request, people, you're losing so much.
Get over it.
Yeah, get over it. Right. It's friend request them. Now, here's the deal. Then you're going to send them a private message. Let me ask you guys a question. If they are not currently your friend, they have not accepted your friend request, are they going to see your private message? Yes or no? Put in the comments.
I don't think so.
No, Fran says no, right? They're not going to see it. As a matter of fact, I am going to let you guys go ahead and unmute. Let's see here. Everyone, if you want to, you can unmute. That way you don't have to type so much. But yeah, the answer is no. So if they're not currently your friend, then that message goes to their message request folder. And it's kind of like the spam folder for Facebook. So they'd have to know to look there. So I'm going to teach you a strategy to get your message read. What you're going to do is I'm going to show you something. I'm going to go to my wall real quick, and I'm going to show you some results that I got yesterday in preparation for this training. I posted it myself on my wall. So I'm going to show you the results that I got. All right. So let me go to my wall real quick. And here's the post I made yesterday. And so far I have 19 comments. All right. So the very first one came in and said, hey, I would actually, it would actually be a house with land that I would own it. There's very little to choose from here locally right now. So is this person in or out of the market? She raised her hand and she said, this is how you sell me. I would like to have a house that has land. So can we all agree that that's probably a lead?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
Sure. Here's the next one. Nicholas came in and said more garages, more bigger parking lot, and a driveway. So we have the pain point. He would buy another house or want another house if he had a bigger garage or a bigger lot. Would that be a lead?
Yep.
What I'm showing you right now, guys, is gold. All right. Next one. Move it to a bigger lot, way out in the middle of nowhere. So this guy wants to be out of an HOA. He wants to be out on his own, right? In La La Land. Marcy has too small of a house because she needs to add a room. Michelle came in and said, I need a game room and a huge office attached with a backyard. Angie said, hey, we love our house, but sometimes want smaller. Mike would love to have a 3-car garage. So boom, we know how to sell this guy. Linda, where it is, maybe she wants to move out of the area. She's not happy with it. Upstairs floors and stairs, remove carpet, replace laminate, and renovate the bathrooms. Location, add a bathroom. This person said, I will change everything about my house. Obviously, she doesn't like it. Location, kitchen layout. You guys get the point. So this is what you're going to do. What you're going to do is, if they are not your friends, you're going to go to their Facebook wall and find an image that you can comment on. Now, you cannot do that with everyone's Facebook account. So it's a setting inside Facebook. Most people have it on. So sometimes you go to the wall and you can't comment at all. Most of the time it's open. So what you would do is, like in this case, I'm not friends with this girl. So I saw a message and I commented and said, hey, great pick. Love it. hey, I sent you a private message. It may be hanging out in your message request folder. Check it. So are people notified or not notified if you comment on their wall?
They are notified.
Yes.
100% they're notified. So this basically has them, alerts them to the fact that you sent them a message, right? When they accept your friend request, you can place them in a very specific list on Facebook. This will allow you to communicate with your list and keep your postings private and also exclude them. So most people don't even realize that you can actually do that. So I'm going to show you how to actually do that. Again, these instructions are actually in the course if you guys want to download them. So what you do is you go to your Facebook account and you're going to go to your home screen and you're going to go over here to friends. And then at the very bottom, you'll see something that says custom list. If you click on custom list, you can create a list for whatever you want. So I'm going to recommend that you create a list that says homeowners you know, and then potential listings. So what you want to do is you want to organize your groups, your friends on Facebook. Because what most people don't realize is you can make a Facebook post and you can only show that post to a specific list. So if you have list that's potential listings as an example, then you can make a post about what's happening in the marketplace and you can only show that to those people. This gives you the ability to keep business and personal. So if you do a personal post and you don't really want them seeing that type of stuff, then you can exclude them from seeing that. Mm-hmm. So when you do a Facebook post, there's a button you can click that says exclude from. So you exclude from that list. So it's a way that you can keep business and personal separated and still use business for Facebook. Now, so here's the message I want you to send. What you're going to say is, hey, thanks for replying to my post about what you would change about your house. I'd probably like to make that change as well. I'm not sure if you've noticed, but I'm a real estate agent. Would it be okay if I added you to my database just to follow up and keep you updated on your home's value on what's going on in the market? Most of the time, they're going to say, yeah, we'll do that. Then what you're going to do is you're going to send them a message that says, hey, here's my phone number and my email. So obviously give it to them. What's your number and email? Studies have shown that if you provide your information first, they're more likely to reciprocate. So don't just say, what's your name and what's your number? Ask them specifically, hey, here's my name, here's my number, what's your name and number? Now, the second step is you're going to send them your Facebook branding group video message, inviting them to your group. Now, for some people that are new to the course, you're like, what in the world is he talking about? What is my branding group? What is this video that he keeps referring to? So I'm going to show you in the course where you actually find that. So what you're going to do is you're going to navigate down to your Facebook branding group. If I can find the darn thing. Dun, dun, dun. Where did it go? Yep. Set up your Facebook branding group. So I'm going to play this video first, so you have an example. We're going to talk a little bit about how important this actually is. So actually, I'm not sure if I have to turn my sound on real quick. So let me turn the sound on so make sure you guys are hearing that. Sound is on. All right, here we go, guys.
Hi, my name is Carrie Tanner with At Coastal Realty. Since you requested a list of homes from one of my advertisements, I wanted to invite you to my Coastal Virginia Home Buyers Group. Regardless if you're in the market now or in the future, I publish a weekly list of all the foreclosures, short sales, and bank-owned properties. Also, just like HGTV, when I find an amazing deal, I go live in this group to showcase the property so that you're one of the first to know. If you want to stay up to date with the Coastal Virginia real estate market, click on the link below this video to join my group and download a list of the most recent hottest properties.
All right, so that is what you're going to do. Now, let me ask you guys a question, and it's okay if you have not done this yet. I don't care if you've been in the course 3 weeks or 3 years. Who has not done that video yet? Put in the comments if you still need to do that.
Yep.
All right. So for the most part, everyone says, Justin said they did it. Hey, Justin, Sarah, great, perfect, need to do. Okay. So I want to explain something and explain this so I'm as polite as possible, but still get my point across. If I were to bake, oh, Justin said no. Okay, so no one's done it. Okay, so if I were to bake a cake, and I left out the flower, am I going to get a cake?
Interesting cake.
Yeah, exactly. Most likely I'm not going to get a cake, right? If I wanted to make, a strawberry shortcake and I left out the strawberries, am I going to get a strawberry shortcake?
Nope.
If you're working leads and you're not doing what I'm telling you to do right here, you're going to get minimal results. Okay. So a lot of times, and one of the things that's I deal with on a consistent basis is people say, hey, there's so much stuff in this course. I just do not know where to start. We start at the beginning and work your way around. But this is extremely important. And for you guys are going and thinking, why does he keep hammering home on this? Let me explain to you why it's important. Because let's all agree, put in the comments right now, is every lead that comes in, are they ready to do business with you right now? Is every lead ready to buy a house or sell a house?
No.
No. Obviously, that's the right answer. So if that's the case, then we have to nurture and follow up with people, right? And what would you say across the board, the number one challenge is with every realtor in the whole flipping United States?
Nurturing.
Nurturing and follow up. Absolutely, 100%. Because a lot of times, and I'm as guilty as the next person, we get caught up on trying to pay this month's mortgage payment that the people that we talked to 2 months ago, they're out of sight, out of mind. So the ones that are ready to do business right now, we'll work with, but the ones that come in that aren't quite ready, we don't do a very good job of nurturing. Now, when I say nurturing, I want to explain what the average agent hears when I say that. Oops. And then I want to talk about what I believe nurturing really is. So this is what the average agent does. They have somehow bit into the lie that they want to have a magic email drip campaign. They bought some guru's course that has these magic emails and these magic text messages. And the emails all sound something like this. Hi, my name is Andrew, and I'm with eXp Realty. And 3 months ago, you were on our website, but been having difficulty reaching you. Wanted to let you know if you own a house now, I'm happy to prepare for you a comparative market analysis and give you a customized list of homes that are available in today's marketplace. Feel free to respond to this message, and I'll be happy to help you out. Kind regards, Andrew. Does Andrew have a chance in snowball hell of that person responding? No, it's not going to happen.
And don't forget you get the text with that too.
That's right. And you text the same thing. Right?
Oh my God.
So the problem is that as agents, that's what we're taught to do. And they wonder why it doesn't work. So the question is why do all these gurus teach that? Because they're just selling you a product. And I hate to say this, and you could quote me on this one because I don't care. 85% of these guys out there selling you crap, they've never been an agent. So they don't know what works and what doesn't work. But it sounds good. You want that nice little email campaign. But here's the problem why it doesn't work. Because when a buyer or a seller is really serious about doing something, they start going online to look at properties. And when they're online looking at properties, they fill out forms. And every time they fill out a form, they become a lead. So now that lead is sold to not one agent, multiple agents at the same time. So if someone's really heavy in the market, they literally, without exaggeration, have 15 to 20 agents chasing them down. And all 15 or 20 agents bought last month's course from this guy. So they all sound the same. So they don't even open the flipping email and you don't get the results. So here's where the branding group changes this. First of all, I think it's very important that you guys understand that I've been doing this strategy for 15 years. Now, for those that can do the math that says if we didn't have Facebook groups 15 years ago, you're correct. I built the website. And I would do what I'm telling you on a website and just email my list saying, hey, there's an update, click here. So I've been doing this strategy forever. What you want to do is you want to separate yourself from the competition. And you want to provide education. The more that you educate somebody, the more likely they are to do business with you. For those that are on this call that are my students, we have a system, a process, a solution. You went through a sales process. We educated you on a few things. Now you're in the course and you're learning. Same things with these buyers or sellers. So what you want to do is every single lead that comes in, you want to get that lead to your branding group. This is your holding pen. This is your new email list. This is a place that these people are going to congregate that allows you to stay in constant contact with them to convert them when the time is right. And in the A2R method, we tell you what to do every single day in that group. On Mondays, you're going to publish a hot list of properties from your MLS system. Now, you may say, well, how do I do that? Every MLS system is different. Some MLS systems, there's a drop down, you want foreclosures. My MLS, if there was $1,000 change in the last 48 hours, it pops up on the hot list. Sometimes there's keywords you can search for, like fixer upper or handyman special, stuff like that. In the course, it shows you the list of the keywords that you can search by. It doesn't matter what you put on the list. They're not going to buy any of them anyway. They never do. But it's eye candy. They want to look at it. So what you do is every Monday, you're going to go live in your group. You're going to talk about stuff like, hey, this is Dwayne Roberts coming to today. It's October the 16th. I've got today's list of hot properties. You know, in this property is a perfect first-time home buyer house, 3-2, asking $130,000. And this is a great one. Go ahead and download your list today. Something short and sweet in the group. You have to learn to get consistent. Karen, the list is in. There's not a PDF version. It's in text in the group. You have to get consistent at actually doing this. Now, let me explain to you what the average agent thinks and what you're going to experience. Let me ask you a question. If you started a podcast tomorrow, do you have any listeners?
No.
Nope.
What if you did that podcast and you were diligent? You did this podcast for 4 weeks in a row. You're a superstar. Do you have many listeners?
No.
No.
You got to do it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, and eventually you're going to get the results. When you do this correctly, miss a Monday and see what happens. Somebody will reach out to you and go, hey, where's today's list? That tells you they're paying attention. On Tuesday, you're going to do a buyer walkthrough. Now, if you wake up on Tuesday and you're like, I don't have a buyer to show houses to today. One, you already failed for the day. Secondly, go schedule yourself to go see a house. Show up to the house, grab your phone. Hey, this is Dwayne Roberts here coming to you live from XYZ Real Estate Company. Found the perfect house for you guys are looking for, blah, blah, blah. You got to see this. Flip your phone around. And by the way, do not do the phone like this. The girl in the video had the phone like this. You want to do it like this. You want to do it horizontal. That way you don't get those black bars on the side. You want to walk through that entire property. You're going to do the same thing on Thursday, but you're going to, also on Tuesday, you're going to do a buyer tip. In the course, we have step-by-step instructions. Let me show you where that's at. So if you go to the course right now and you go to content for buyers and content for sellers. So content for buyer tips. So if this was Tuesday, I would do something like this. I would do tip number 1. Hey guys, today is Dwayne. My name is Dwayne Roberts, and today I'm coming to you to talk about blind bidding. You know, when you haven't done your proper research, then you're at a huge disadvantage when you go into negotiations. You know, just because the seller's asking a certain price does not mean that the home is actually worth that amount. I'm not sharing my screen. Like, what am I talking about? All right, cool. So you would say something like, I'll start over again. Hey, my name is Dwayne Roberts with XYZ Company, and today's buyer tip, I like to discuss blind bidding. When you haven't done your proper research, hey, look, you're at a huge disadvantage when going, to negotiations. It's because just because the seller's asking a certain price doesn't mean the home's actually worth that amount, right? So you want to make sure that you're using a real estate professional that you're working with who's provided you a complete comparable, a proper comparable property so you're not overspending. Now, with my clients, I always make sure that they're well informed so they can make an intelligent decision when they're actually submitting that offer. So if you're ready to take your home search to the next level, there are 9 more buyer traps to look out for. I've outlined each one of them in a new report called Watch Out for These Buyer Traps. For a current list of homes you may be interested in, and also get a free copy of this report, just send me a private message. I'll be happy to help make your dream of owning your house become a reality. That's 1 week. Week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, week 6, week 7. You guys get the point. And then you can rinse and repeat. So all the content is 100% created for you. And that was just in that one. there's 4 different reports that have multiple weeks in it. You have a year's worth of content right there at your fingertips. So you're going to do the same thing on Thursday, but you're going to do a seller tip. Now, here's where the rubber meets the road. When you're doing these things, here's why it works. When you have a group, not your Facebook business page, when you have a group, when you make a post in the group, when you go live in the group, everyone on that list, Facebook notifies. Mark's live, Andrew's live, Fran's live, Karen's live. Everyone gets notified you're live, you're live, you're live, you're live. So when they see you go live in your group multiple times per week, you're keeping your name and your contact information on the front of their mind. And you're providing value on a weekly basis because you're showing properties, you're giving buyer tips, you're giving seller tips, you're at a home inspection, you're going live, you're at a closing, you're going live. Your real estate business needs to be live online. What this does, it nurtures those people by providing them education, and it brands you as the preferred local expert because they're seeing you on a weekly basis and you're not bombarding them like every other agent trying to get their business. Does that make sense?
Sure does.
Right. So put in the comments right now if I'm making sense or you think I'm totally crazy. But let me tell you right now, and I hate to say this, everyone's heard of the 80-20 rule. 80% of the agents, 20% of the agents do 80% of the work, right? This is my smoking gun. This is the one thing. This is the thing that I did consistently that if I promise you, I've been coaching this for a long time. If I tell 100 agents to do this, I might get 15 to 20 to actually do it. Karen said, yes, go live on Facebook. You cannot upload the video. You want to go live on Facebook. Now, if you heard that, you go, and your heart just sunk in your stomach, good. Because guess what? The only way to get better at video is what?
Doing video.
Doing video, right? And if you're thinking to yourself, I don't want to do video, get over it because video is where it's at. Listen, I know that you guys might think this is crazy, but I didn't like doing videos when I started. Self-conscious about the way I look, the way I sound. I'm fat, the whole nine yards. I am fat, by the way. I need to lose 30 flipping pounds, and I started that 3 days ago. And damn it, you guys encouraged me because I need to lose 30 pounds. Sitting behind my computer, I'm not out showing property anymore. I'm getting fat. But the point is, the only way to get better at something is to do more of it, right? So now I'm fluent on the camera. You know, it's not a problem. But at first, I was very shy. This is the smoking gun. This is the thing that you want to do that's really going to separate yourself. All right, so let me get back to the regularly scheduled program. I just want to put that side note in there real quick. All right, so let's go to the back to the product process. Okay, so you're going to invite them to your branding group, and then you're going to put them into your database. All right, so I made a spreadsheet for those that don't have one. It's in the course. So there's a spreadsheet for homeowners I know, and there's a spreadsheet for potential listings. So what you want to do is access this, go to File, make a copy for yourself. You cannot type on this because we have it protected. So go to File, make a copy for yourself, and then keep it updated. Now you may ask yourself, okay, great, Dwayne, what the heck do I do when I actually get it? All right, good question. Before I get there, we're going to talk about some alternative post suggestions. So that is the one post. You're going to get slammed with that post. I'm telling you, that's why I had you guys do it. You're going to get slammed with it. You're like, look at it in 24 hours. You're like, oh my gosh, I should have done this a long time ago. But I've got some alternate posts you can use. Like, hey, friends, I'm putting together a top 10 list of my friends to put all my focus on, helping them buy a house in 2022. If you want to be on the list, let me know. I'll reach out and help you write a home buying game plan with you. These things are gold. So there's different posts for buyers, different posts for sellers. When they get on your list, you're going to put them into your branding group, put them into your database, and then I would recommend that you start sending them in addition to your Facebook Lives, sending them a monthly newsletter. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, I don't have a newsletter. All right, so I have a link for you here, which is a very affordable service that will send them a newsletter and let them know what's happening in the marketplace. Now, you may or might not be aware of this statistic, but if you're not, I'm about to blow your mind. Ready for this one? According to the National Association of Realtors, over 93% of people that sell their house do not use the buyer's rep that sold them the house. Does that surprise anyone in here?
Wow.
Can you guess why? Why would they do that?
Didn't stay in touch.
Let it stay in touch 100%. That's exactly right. So if you know there's a 93% chance if they sell their house, they're going to not use an agent that they bought the house with, and you are staying constant top of the mind awareness on a weekly basis on Facebook Lives, and once a month they get a newsletter from you, did you increase your chances that they might use you in the future? Yes or no?
No,
Absolutely, yes.
100%. So this is a piece of the marketing that I would highly recommend you guys don't ignore. Now, let me show you also how to stay organized with your Facebook groups. Now, obviously, you can go into the your Facebook wall and you can see all the responses, right? Karen, if they don't use Facebook, then yeah, just do it manually with the reports, the newsletter. When you make a post on Facebook, you can actually, let's see if I can increase this a little bit. There we go. Cool. All right. So you can actually save the post. Most people don't know that. So let's say you went into a group, you made this post, and later on you want to check it to see how many responses you got. Well, sometimes it's a real pain in the butt to find your post again. All you've got to do is click on Save Post. So click on these three little dots right here and click on Save Post. And then when you do that, you could actually put a collection. So you can make a collection that says potential homeowners or something like that. So then when you want to find your post, all you do is go to facebook.com/saved, SAVED. So facebook.com/saved. It will pull this up to you and you can access all your posts right then and right there and look for any new responses. What you want to do is you really want to do this every month at a minimum in your Facebook group, in your business page, your personal profile, and some Facebook groups. So here's some results that I got at just about 4 hours afterwards. I'll show you some of them earlier. We got more responses since then. So let me ask you a question real quick. The strategy that I just showed you, is that easy enough for everyone to do?
Should be.
Should be, yeah. So what's preventing an agent from actually doing that?
They're not aware of it.
Someone was going to say it. Time, my schedule. Yes. So, and I'm about to open for some Q&As. But if you continue to do what you've always done, you'll continue to get what you've always got, right? So I do things differently. That's the reason I was closing 75 to 100 transactions a year. So if it's time or your schedule that's preventing you from doing this, then someone's not watching Netflix one night. You have to determine how bad you actually want it. Wake up earlier, go to bed later. Prioritize your time, and you need to have your goals in place. If what you're currently doing is not getting you closer to your goals, then don't do it. Would this help you get close to your goals? 1,000%. I don't even have to wait for your responses. It will. So this should be a priority. So if you do not have your people in a database, you can do that. If you did this continuously, I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to build this list to 1,000 plus people in no time. Like 6 months minimum, you're going to have 1,000 plus people on your list. What if you just converted 5% of the 1,000 people? Someone does a quick math for me. What's 5% of 1,000?
50.
Would you be happy with 50 darn closings?
Hell yes.
Yes, you would. But here's where most agents get caught up in this, caught up in their mindset. And then I'll open up to some Q&A. They'll do it for a month. They don't get a response. They'll do a live video one time. They don't get much engagement. And they're like, this crap doesn't work. You got to stick with it. You've got to do it continuously. Listen, I'm one of the premier real estate coaches online right now. I didn't start that way. No one knew who the heck Dwayne Roberts was. So when I first started this 5 years ago, I had a message and I told it to the world, and people ignored my message. And 5 years later, I'm one of the top guys. But I didn't start that way. I had to believe in myself to begin with. So the point is I want you guys to read a book. Yes, I'm a big reader. By the way, who's already read Go for No? Hammer it every single time.
Yes.
Yes. Karen, have you read Go for No yet? Yep, she said yes. All right. Here's book number 2. Ready? It's called The Slight Edge.
Yeah.
I'll put it in the comments. Called The Slight.
We read it.
Yep. Perfect. The slight edge. The slight edge is going to talk about doing the small, mundane things that you don't think is going to make a difference and how that actually makes a big difference in the long haul. The most successful people in the world are consistent.